Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the Witty Comic Roundup. We've made it we've made it through this week's Marvel books. Now it's time to move on to other publishers. Kicking things off, we've got Void Rivals number 5. Where we left off, our heroes Derek and Solila have both been captured by the Zertonians. Solila captured because she knows the truth about the Zertonians and Derek's race. They are the same race, in fact. So the issue begins with them in prison, trying to figure out what they're going to do, with Solila explaining that they're probably going to be killed eventually. Derek eventually, her probably much sooner. Derek is taken by Zertonians for questioning, and members of Mistressville of the religious order, with the Zertonian religious order, comes to Solila, kind of giving her, yeah, your only way out of here is with us. Elsewhere, Skuxoid has brought the Quintesson to, well, the other Quintessons, hoping for something in return, but at first he's pretty much going to be sentenced to, well, facing off with the Sharkcons, but he mentions that he has a new ship, both Argorian and Zertonian, not seen in the quadrant, and, well, the fact that it's Zertonian piques the Quintesson's interests. Derek is being interrogated, basically just saying, giving his name and that he's a pilot. When he's alone, realize he tries to talk to his handroid, but the handroid has been removed. But a young Zertonian girl brings him his handroid and his uniform, gets him free, and helps him escape. Making it to what seems to be a Zertonian resistance, though he wants he'll work with them if they can get Solila out. Though, let's point out that Derek has no idea who Solila really is. And the issue ends with her looking at basically a thumb drive that was given to her by the Zealots, the order she used to be religious order she used to be a part of. We've also got a preview of Duke, basically kind of going over Duke's military history. A recent mission, however, has basically led to hasn't exactly been positive for him. And General Hawk even states that the behavior he exhibited would be more expected from Duke's brother, Green Beret, known as codenamed Falcon. Nice little nod there. Void Rivals is definitely getting interesting. Like, I'm really enjoying this. I'm looking forward to seeing how and if everything comes together, or what. So yeah. Moving on though to our next book, we've got Hawkgirl number 4. Where we left off, Hawkgirl has been, with the help of Galaxy, has been learning more about the fact that the nth metal she has is That there's nth metal basically inside her, and that nth metal isn't really. While yes, it's from Thanagar, at the same time, it's not entirely of this plane of reality. And of course, Vulpecula has been making additional moves. So Metropolis, Kendra, Abilene, Galaxy, and Galaxy's girlfriend are getting hot dogs before going to a football game. Though Kendra points out that she's an Eagles fan. Apparently, it's Metropolis Meteors against the Eagles. Turns out that Vulpecula briefly met Galaxy on the day that Galaxy decided to come out to her parents. And then appeared again years later during a war on Galaxy's homeworld. Basically, kind of setting up a manipulation of Galaxy in the past. Vulpecula, meanwhile, summons for the dragon in her true form over Metropolis, and so Galaxy and Hawkgirl go to deal with the dragon with the assistance of Supergirl and Steel. The dragon appears to be adapting though to their weaknesses, shooting kryptonite fire at Supergirl, electromagnetic pulse at Steel. But Galaxy basically sets up gives Hawkgirl a massive power boost, enabling Hawkgirl to manifest what seems like an angelic sword of fire, and the dragon is stopped. But Kendra returns to Abilene and Kat, and some of the things the dragon said actually did kind of hit home a bit with her. That Carter and Cher, they got to have reasons, purpose. The whole point of the reincarnation was atoning for past sins, which they did. Kendra has a memory of Shira ascending to her great reward, but she didn't experience it. She'll never experience it. It wasn't for her. However, Vulpecula is there to help her up. And apparently, Vulpecula visited Kendra during her childhood. And that is where the issue ends. Interesting. Have to see how the whole thing plays out. The previews aren't entirely clear as to whether or not this is a miniseries or not, though it does appear that issue 6 is described as being the penultimate chapter of this story, so we'll see. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Titans number 4. Where we left off, the Titans tried to had to deal with some Church of Eternity traditionalists who wished to bring the church back to the old ways of the Church of Blood. This would also help them, allow them to have a chance to talk to former Titan Tempest, Garth, formerly known as Aqualad, who's apparently become an outspoken ally and proponent of the Church of Eternity. They also found a strange alien rock hidden within the church, and Brother Eternity put some odd alien creature into Garth. So Beast Boy is moping outside on the roof of Titan's Tower. Raven goes out there to talk to him, and they take flight and go to help people in Bloodhaven. apparently, that while they've been helping people, they their antagonists have been being teleported to the Bloodhaven PD holding cells, with Commissioner Sawyer wishing that Raven would just leave a note on each of them. The Rock is being further studied, but Raven and Beast Boy return. Beast Boy wants to do something more. They figure after what happened in Borneo, they could try and reforest the area. Wally says, "Hey, who could reforest it? Do you know anyone else who can reforest an entire jungle? You know, who else?" He asks, "They'll plant a few million trees," but they say that they can't. That Wally's got to stay because he dies in the next 24 hours. And they got Wally's wife, Linda, to come in and basically keep him there. With Wallace is apparently looking after the kids. Titans arrive in Borneo, and there are soldiers or mercenaries, whichever, rounding up civilians, but making sure they don't have that. Yeah, the civilians are resisting. They were told to move them. They don't have to be. They weren't told that people had to be alive to be moved, though. The Titans rescue civilians, but a giant bulldozer comes crashing through, and at Titan's tower, Garth comes to visit and transfers the creature that Brother Eternity put inside of him into Linda. But Tempest was wanting to speak with Beast Boy, so he said, "Let me come back when Beast Boy has returned." At an undisclosed location, Peacemaker and Amanda Waller watching what's going on in Borneo, with Amanda Waller basically saying, "Hey, let the Titans make enemies." And Waller wants to speak to Dr. Hate, though Peacemaker's not exactly keen on the not-so-good doctor. Cyborg's dealing with the bulldozer type thing, but well, he's needed the tower. Basically, they've found a place to put. They've found a solution to one of the great dilemmas of superhero teams: keeping your trophy room in your headquarters. After all, how many supervillains head to the Hall of Justice hoping for an upgrade, right? So, the trophy room is on Mars. Wally, Linda, and Dick are all teleported up there via boom tube by Cyborg, who then gets back to Borneo, and that is where the issue ends. Interesting. It'll also be interesting to see what what part Dr. Hate is going to be playing in the next issue. Moving on, though, to our last book for the moment, we have Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. This was fun. I'll just say that straight before we even get into what happens. So, starts off with Clark proposing to Lois, but Godzilla rises out of Metropolis Bay. 12 hours earlier, however, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, Flash, Barry Allen, and Supergirl are talking on the Justice League satellite. Supergirl is taking Superman's place while Clark's on vacation with Lois. At the time, Clark is dealing with Titano. He gets taken down and taken to Stryker's Island. Flash, Wonder Woman, even to a degree, Hal are all congratulatory, knowing that, Superman's planning to propose to Lois. The Legion of Doom, meanwhile, is arguing when Lex Luthor shows up and has them come with him to the Fortress of Solitude, breaking into the trophy room, looking for specifically a mother box and and Orion's cosmic sled. However, Toyman grabs something else as well, setting off the alarm, while Bruce and Clark discuss the pending engagement. But overall, Bruce is congratulatory, and he's even say, "Hey, I'm trying not to be me here." But there's an alarm at the fortress. Terry explains they've got it. Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and Flash walk in, dealing with the various with the Legion of Doom, who are setting something up. However, before it can be set up, an accident of Toyman tossing an exploding bomb at Hawkgirl causes the mother box to go off prematurely, and the Legion vanishes. Their plan was to trap the Justice League in the Phantom Zone. So, Legion of Doom are on another Earth, apparently on a tropical island, when they're attacked by a giant creature. Instead, giant creatures then attacked as well by a giant gorilla, which leaves Grodd in awe. The Legion finds a command center, seeing there are various other massive monsters on this world. While Grodd's outside, basically trying to talk to the gorilla god and Kong. However, Toyman sees the various monsters and says things are such wonderful toys. Everyone thinks Toyman's just moronic, and so and the gem that apparently the gem that Toyman stole from the fortress is a wishing stone, and so he makes a wish. And back at the beginning of the comic, Godzilla rises from Metropolis Bay. And that is where the issue ends. Like I said, this was so much fun, and one point that gets made earlier is that part of the reason that the Legion of Doom always loses is because they don't get along. With arguments that, because the Justice League wins because they're such super friends, and it's like, to be fair, yeah. After all, the Legion will happen, members of the Legion will gladly just, hinder another member just for their own gain. So, yeah. But, anyways, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.